What's happening? Alright. Want to refamiliarize people with something called the Blitzkrieg. The Blitzkrieg was a strategy that Hitler used to attack people. Basically, it was attack by land, by air, and by sea. By land, you'd have infantry, you'd have tanks. By sea, you'd have warships, submarines, ports taken over, things of that nature. By air, that's your rockets, that's your bombers. So, what I'm seeing now, like with us, we are under a Blitzkrieg, a media Blitzkrieg, and it's a military Blitzkrieg. I mean, we at the same time we're having fomented race wars. You know what I'm saying? We're having militarized police. We're having chemical warfare. They're changing the plants into poisonous chemicals through Monsanto. It's all kinds of crazy shit going on right now. But it's basically this. It's the Blitzkrieg. Let me think. By air, we have what you would call chemtrail. That's part of the Blitzkrieg. That's the chemtrail of the life killing, or that's the Blitzkrieg of the air, of the life killing chemicals. Okay, but plus up in the air they have drones, they have HARP, they have holograms potentially up there. We see UFOs. It's a Blitzkrieg. That's the sky element right there. That's a decent breakdown of the sky elements. By land, we have the police state, we have the Gwen towers, we have the cell phones. All of them are. It's like in Batman when how he found Joker at the end. He used the like an echo type sensor from all the phones, microphones. If they showed you in the movie, they can do that. That's part of this Blitzkrieg. And here's another thing. By them controlling the media, the advertisement, by basically they're the ones. We don't control the narrative because we're only playing off of what they're presenting as the narrative. So they have that, your land. By water. How do they have us by water? Well, for one, America is under the law of the sea. You know what I'm saying? That's the water law of the water. We have fluoride in the water. We have mass droughts, which are caused by man, but not by the population of people, but by the weather warfare, the weather manipulation. I mean, they have the patents for them. They're out there. That's not crazy conspiratorial. Another thing, you can get your house taken if you have too big of a pool of water show up in your lawn after a flood. You know what I'm saying? So it's a Blitzkrieg on us. It's like they got the smart meters to watch the amount of water that you use. That's a Blitzkrieg. They're using the water against you. They're poisoning water. There's environmental disasters. There's a fucking yellow river in Colorado, I think, right now, where this mining juice dripped into the fucking river. They spilled something into Lake Michigan. They spilled shit into BP, the oil disaster. It's a Blitzkrieg. Plus, in the media, you got a Blitzkrieg. You got people like Jordan Maxwell kind of telling you some truths, but then swinging you back to theosophy and Satanism. You have alternate media people who are becoming more like the mainstream media used to be, which in other words, they're biased. You know what I'm saying? If not infiltrated by Operation Mockingbird, or if they're not a CONAPO agent, that means controlled opposition, or a COINTELPRO, things like that. They got the media. You know what I'm saying? Everything we hear on the radio. Yeah, they might play a couple decent songs, then they got to have some high satanic content come on, or some kind of repetition song that like there's a song goes, don't care about it. I don't care about it. I don't care. And listen, and when I was listening to that, I was like, man, why are people? This is why people are so apathetic. They just been brainwashed into hearing this song. It was on CK 105, and I was at work while it happened, and it was like the same hour. They played the same record over and over and over, and I heard this song like 40 times, well, 4 or 5 times a day, and it was like, it's like, all right, listen, they're taking away your rights. I don't care. The police are shooting people down. I don't care. Hey, did you see those tic-tac-toe chemtrails? I don't care. Man, what? Have you ever heard of the New World Order or World Government and Revelations, Mark of the Beast? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And that's people's attitude, man. Put on your mini skirt, bust out your hair dryer, and put on your sexy clothes, and just go make small talk. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird, man. How life is set up, and that's a part of the Blitzkrieg. They have people's minds. It's like, all right, we are imprisoned mentally. You know what I'm saying? In this life, without money, you can't do shit. So therefore, you're already in prison. Spiritually, organized religions are all to a false god, a sun god. It's to Baal, it's to Nimrod, and you think you're doing a good charity, but you're just helping paying for things that pedophiles can acquire more victims. You know what I'm saying? So organized religion, I mean, that's across the board with the Indian religions, like from India, with like the Kali cult, the Baphomet. It's Kali is the Baphomet, decapitated heads, blood sacrifices. Muhammad, his wife was a Catholic, so it's just the Catholics. The Catholics stole their religion from the Greeks, and the Greeks took it from the Egyptians, and they took it from the Babylonians. And I mean, this stuff worked its way all around, man. It's the same old thing. So they got a Blitzkrieg there with like in the popery, the papacy itself is really a two-headed thing. You got your white pope, which is the public civil chief. Then you got real chief, war chief, the black pope, which is the supreme commander of the Jesuits. You know what I'm saying? That right there in itself is a Blitzkrieg type situation, because you're getting hit from above and below. This is a above and below organization, which makes it very difficult, because even if you say you got rid of the pope or the black, they'll just be replaced by the next guy in line, and then you'll have heat from the last crew trying to take you out, because they know that you know about them. What's up? Whatever. But I mean, it's a Blitzkrieg. You know what I'm saying? The food dumbs us down. The air's killing us. The food's killing us. The water is killing us. The stuff they're teaching us is killing us. The stuff that we use for entertainment is killing us. You know what I'm saying? And here's a lot of things. It's like, man, we've been programmed to be so self-destructive. I mean, and really, this is, and I understand what this is now. There's this, like, all right, you meet Catholic families. Like, I know a Catholic family, I won't say their name, but the guy, his whole family they're full of voyeurs. They were very, it was like mommy dearest. They were very trauma-based to the whole family. And there was a lot of funny, funky rapery going on. And, like, the dude was an altar boy, and he got raped by someone close. You know what I'm saying? But this guy goes, well, at least my daddy taught me how to work, which is good. The dude can work. You know what I'm saying? He does know how to build things and just at least scrape it by a living. But he had to give it up, like in prison. You know what I'm saying? To earn that. And that is it. That's Leonardo da Vinci. And the Greeks, they raped their apprentices. You know what I'm saying? And when they were apprentices, they were raped too. You know what I'm saying? And what it is, they put this work ethic in the Catholics, right? And then also, on the underhand, they're over here putting Planned Parenthood over in the hood, and then teaching them basically only how to be worker to managerial. And when they're managerial, they only managerial on their minority group. You know what I'm saying? They're like the minority liaison. They are the house spokesman. You know what I'm saying? And they were trying to get it so that they put drugs out, and all the Catholics were like, it's like taboo, do not touch any drugs, because really on the flip side, their mafia family members were selling it, and they wanted all the other populations to be all retarded and not reproduce, so that over time the population would become primarily Roman Catholic, and then therefore the rise of the old order again. Like a phoenix from the ashes. It first shall be a serpent, then it shall be a flying serpent, then it would be a fiery flying serpent. That is this old prophecy from Isaiah, and it does seem like it's being fulfilled through the papacy. And I even see their work ethics, man. All this works-based salvation. This comes from Mormonism, Jehovahnism, Catholicism, Masonism. Working hard isn't a bad thing, but when you worship the works of thy hands, it becomes an idol. You know what I'm saying? And these people do practice an idolatry, which means they got enough money, enough class, enough pull in society because they play ball, that it gives them an advantage to where their families would increase while the minorities would decrease and be enslaved. I mean, but it didn't work. You know what I mean? And that's exactly another thing the Bible says. It says that the wicked, the more they try to oppress the Israelites or the Hebrews in Egypt, it said the more they multiplied. And that's the same thing that we got going here, because there was a neoconservative plot. Like Margaret Singer is a good look at it. And the eugenics foundations, they had a plan to murder all the minorities. And then what happened? They only multiplied. You know what I'm saying? And their own people start to lose what they have, because it's like, that's why the Bible says, thou shalt not covet. You know what I'm saying? When you want a nigga when you want him murdered, you don't even want him in the equation. You're coveting his right to live, his right to life. You don't really have no right to take no one else's life. No one does. None of us have that right to take out revenge on other people, even. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you leave people so that they get to live all the way through it. And then, it's like they're going to get what's coming to them. And that's the best revenge you could ever get. And that's definitely from a cold dish. That's from a person who can't go hot, can't get all emotional and jump the gun. You got to just sit back, because evil people, that's what you're doomed to. If you become good at doing evil, then you become great at it, and you become the best at it. The higher you grow, the farther you're going to fall. You're not going to bend, buddy. You're going to break. It's going to totally break out from under you. You'll be plucked up twice. You know what I'm saying? And that's what all these people who are operating in these Blitzkrieg fashions, you know what I'm saying, with the shit spraying us from the sky, we're eating it in the food, and then they got the fluoride in the water. Then, here's a four-way. They just directly shoot that shit in your arm. They shoot that Nagalaze in your arm. You know what I'm saying? It's that MA3GC, man. You know what I'm saying? These people, it's crazy. They've had a lot of time to do it. They're in the same way with R3. We got low class, middle class, high class. You know what I'm saying? That's they're using these against each other. That was the Albert Pike, man. To utilize not only the religions, but then the socio groups against one another, like the anarchists, the atheists, the Satanists, the nihilists, and the Mohammedans, and he never mentions Catholics, not once. He says Christians. He didn't mean Catholics. You know what I'm saying? And that is very, very great choice of words for the guy, because it revealed who he truly was loyal to. It's the Jesuits, because even if he's loyal to the utmost to the Jesuits, their order is loyal back to the utmost to the popery, to the papacy, because they got to deal with the devil. You know what I'm saying? They're playing both sides. It's good cop, bad cop. It's cops and robbers, bloods and crips. But in the end, they're all on the same team, man. I'm trying to tell you, keep trying to tell you, man. Blitzkrieg shit. Blitzkrieg, man.